Team Liquid, Semler, I'm ready. Are you ready as well?
Oh yes, Anders. I couldn't even sleep last night. You know, some would blame the jet lag, you know, the excuse game, right? But it was just like up early before my alarm went off. Like, this is the day we've all been waiting for months now, the major, and it's happening here in North America, man. Two fantastic games already have been played, and now we get into the third one here. And this feels to me like more of a 50-50 match. Like, it could just keep being close games all day long here.
I mean, for a best of one, there definitely are some players that could be pivotal here, and I'm thinking about Simple and maybe Hiko as well there. It's going to be very exciting. I think Nitro and Elige are definitely not to be left out either, but in a best of one, I want to see some big clutches coming up. Already, we've got a bit of a push going in towards the A-bomb side, and we've got Rain hiding in the corner, looking for a headshot. Nitro going to die him, and Michael in a world of trouble in the back lines here, going to be going down to Hiko, and it's up versus 5, not the best start for Faze.
Now this retake is going to be a bit tricky, but AZ gets that fadeaway shot onto Hiko. He knows that somebody's in A main as well. He just saw that grenade go through, so there's some info for Faze to work with here. They can assume somebody's playing quad as well. You can see Fox trying to hold that angle, but there's Simple. He's lying in wait in mid. He's there to spring the trap and try to draw the attention to himself long enough for his teammates to step in, and they're so hyped, Anders, they're even killing each other. Dren, he takes out Nitro. Dren, you're supposed to kill Faze.
I mean, it is definitely a contribution of sorts, but maybe not what they were looking for. Still, the round was pretty much won at that point in time, so not really that significant. Liquid off to a really good start. Now, we did see when NIP were playing this map that just because you have a good terrorist side, you can't just be comfortable, and it's not just nip a bunch of teams. Astralis is another good example of have really good T sides on this map, and the CT side ends up being a bit of a problem. So we'll see. It's still early days, and there is a scout in play, and even some armor and pistols being upgraded on the Faze side. So don't want to rule them out quite yet. But 2 AKs in response from Liquid, so a little bit of respect here, just not going all-out SMG.
Yeah. I mean, they have a couple of the rifles for the long-range duels. That's what they're looking for. They've at least, at the beginning, taking up positions that are fairly passive on Team Liquid's side, waiting to see if Faze are going to get aggressive anywhere on the map right now with this force buy. So Liquid really taking their time, feeling things out, making sure that Faze haven't laid a trap for them, and then they're going to start rolling into what they had planned from the beginning. And so far, it looks like it might be, you know, action A, because that bomb and everybody from Liquid, they're heading to that bomb site.
Rain up close, and this is a dangerous position with that C-set 75 now. He shouldn't be able to get more than one kill if they're rushing down. So he might be able to, looking for a bit more, down to 12 health is Nitro, and Rain making probably with the Deagle. If he could have found Rain or Nitro, that would have been great, but instead it's Hiko taking one more down, and AC with the scout in play, dropping Nitro, who is low already. So 2 on 3 now. AC and Jacob trying to stay alive, and AC actually finding that shot. Hiko is just a scout away from death as well, but Simple going to be helping out, and it should still be there around.
Look at how fast he is with the scope as well. He's just running all over the place. No! Go back to the scout. He has to know that Hiko's low, that he tags up one man behind quad. He has that information to go off of. Now it's a matter of finding Simple and trying to catch him out of position. But Simple, he's got full HP. He's got that AK. He's even boosted up. So they have the info as to where AZ's coming from now, Team Liquid. All they have to do is sit and wait, try and make him, force him to make the move, force him to walk into him, and there we go. Simple playing patiently behind quad. Just walks, AZ just walks right into his crosshair. But it looks like we already have a pause coming. You can tell in the gameplay, in that last round right there, you could see that Michael, I think he's feeling a little bit of the pressure trying to make the plays happen because he tried to rush through that smoke at Forklift. Yeah. Rather than just sit and wait and say, okay, you know, there's a smoke there. You have to come through that smoke. I'm just going to sit here and wait for you to come to me. Instead, he tries to go charging through and goes for the hero play. That's the kind of stuff that can actually draw Faze out a little bit and actually cause them to make some mistakes that might cost them rounds.
Just to follow up on that, I would even say that specifically when it comes to Michael, actually that's probably been like a part of his problem his whole career, because almost every team he's been in, he has had to be the guy to do that, because he's had to be the guy making the big plays. It's only been in Faze here that he's had like good enough teammates to really support him, so he has to sort of get rid, I think, of some of those habits and maybe play a little bit more with some trust in his teammates. Now, it's another round here, pistols for the Faze clan, and they don't have armor this time. Got to see if they could still do a little bit of damage. It would be a good follow-up if they can get another 2 or 3 kills in a round like this. If they don't, that sort of offsets what they just did in the previous round against Liquid, so they still got to keep up the pressure here.
Yeah, they need to hope that they get killed by the AKs. There's still a couple of SMGs in play right now, and they do not want Nitro or Elige building an economy. Getting that bonus SMG money, that would not be good as far as Faze are concerned. So Rain, he's kind of all by his lonesome over here on the A site. Michael is rotating over to Car though, but it's still like a semi-stack happening over on that B site. 3 players just sitting and waiting. AZ, Fox, and Jacob. They're just crossing their fingers, hoping that Team Liquid are going to come and say hi. But Team Liquid, they haven't shown any interest in the B site yet, and they're still going to A. Nitro starts things off, and Nitro with the second kill as well.
I mean, when you're allowed to walk up as far as highway as they just were, that automatically means you kind of know know you're safe in attacking that A bomb. And even if they hit that going on, they're going to be in such a bad position. Nitro cleaning up here with the SMG with a double kill for the Mac 10, and it's going to be a little easy to finish it. So a lot of kills here. That's actually a quad kill. For Nitro, that's a lot of money in his pockets, and goes into the next round. He's got $6,250 at the beginning of it. It's very, very impressive. So that leaves us now with a 3-0 scoreline, favoring Team Liquid on the terrorist side here. And going into the fourth round, we're going to see the one AWP picked up on Fox, and I'm glad it's Fox AWPing. I definitely prefer that right now.
Well, it's kind of like he has to be the one. There was that period of time, right, where everybody was getting a crack at it. Michael Lele was offing, and you kind of just have to give it back to Fox because he is a bit of a specialist in that respect. So CT side now, he's got Kevlar at least. So if he does get in a bit of a tight spot, you know, he'll have something to work with, as in he can take a couple of shots. But he decides to play aggressive, to get up in there and be halls. Only problem is nobody there to be found. Team Liquid, once again, they're setting up for that A play.
Smoke right now, helping, but actually they're going to come running right through. He gets close to the last bullet. That's incredible. Legion Nitro going to be going down. What a hold coming out of Michael here. And the Grand trying to see if he can isolate him in the corner. It's simple to pick up that kill from right behind the Hiko with a headshot from AC, and that brings it back into a 3-on-3. Great come back into the round here for Team Liquid, in spite of them being down 2 men early on. Hiko going for the default plant, which means Simple's position is less effective now in main. If it comes to an after plant, if it comes to a defuse, that's going to be dangerous. Great shot from Rain, takes down one. He's baiting Simple for the shot and not being successfully 2-on-3.
Whoa, sick flick, and that opens it up. Hiko's going to peek out and take out Fox. That's starting things off, and now the crossfire has been established, and Hiko takes work on its own. He's gonna get all three. Simple, full. He's the perfect bait. He allows Hiko to just step out there, catch all Fox to start, and then just clean up the rest of Faze as they try and make their way onto that site.
Really good teamwork, and they were only against AC earlier on, so they're a nice little duo here within the team. But you have to wonder what happens in that situation if Hiko goes down. Then Simple has to try and sort of get back in behind the box while defusing, and you actually have almost, if they have a kit and they tap that defuse, you have to run with your knife out to get there. If you just sort of wait a little bit and see, it's going to be too late. You have to instantly go for it, or you could wall bang, but no one's ever tried that yet. But it's possible, especially with the AWP now. We're back to pistols here for Faze. It's a terrific start right now for the North American team.
Yeah, they're taking off fine style, and this is really what the discussion was turning around at the beginning of this. You know, it felt like a 50-50 match between both of these teams, that they'd be very, very even. But then the other opinion was that, you know, either it's going to be Faze that crush or it's going to be Liquid that crush. It could go either way, but the team that gets the strong start could just run away with the map. So Liquid, they're off to that perfect start. Now they should be set up to get 5 rounds, which on this map in particular, it's an excellent start, really. It gives them a lot of room to move going through the rest of this.
See, Markillen is actually coming through the C-set. He's going to get the one kill in, and Rain on the other side. That almost was a double. So it's back into a 2-on-3. Still not quite making it out of this round yet, Liquid. They need to do a bit more. Fox actually hiding in the smoke, trying to see if he can make his way through it. I think a little bit too slow at the end there. And Adrenaline is going to be picking him up. Take him all alone. And not much that he could do in a round like this. He ends up dropping. My thinking was really that it was either going to be Faze crushing, or it was going to be a close game with Faze sort of just edging it out. I didn't see many chances for Liquid to just sort of crush it, but that kind of is what they're doing right now. I'm impressed.
I mean, look at that. Even Hiko's got a grin on his face right now. He's feeling good. He's feeling it. But
there's something special about that Hiko grin, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude. And he gets that head nod going. Yeah. You know, well, we'll see if we get a chance. Camera guys are going to have to be quick. But wow, not wasting any time at all. We're going to get right into it. So it is going to be the full buy, obviously, here for Faze. 6th round. They get another round of eco, and now they have all the money. And this time around, it's going to be Fox. He's got the Kevlar helmet combo. He's got a smoke as well. So a little bit of utility to go along with that AWP. But now we need to see. We're gonna start seeing that mind game come into play here between both in-game leaders, because Liquid have only gone towards the A site so far in this first half. So Faze, they're gonna be wondering, okay, when are they gonna finally break the pattern? Nice opening here, and it takes him a while. Michael nearly flops the spray there, but he gets the job done in the end, and that's 2 entry kills now for Faze.
Yeah, you see how awfully that could have gone if he had just spent another second there. It's exactly the same sort of pop flash that Gerard was doing with his teammates over at Squeak also. So not a bad idea. Elige going to be going down. It's Easy and Rain, and Easy to follow it up. So 5-1. Finally, Faze coming in with a reply. I need to continue for quite a while here. Liquid, they're going to have enough money, and they have 2 people with a pretty big bank, so at least another round in consecutive round here before they can force any kind of an eco, and we'll see how that's going to work out. Yeah, I'm still curious, because I think in an all battle between Simple and Fox, you're going to have to give it to Simple, aren't you?
Oh yeah. No, you have to. I mean, Simple, he's that kind of all-around player. He's incredible with the pistols, with the rifles, with the AWP. I mean, he's kind of just your do-it-all Wolfmeister style player who, you could fill any role. But the problem is that Fox, he really needs to be on his game. As you can see, he's already got legs here, and that fight, that straight-up duel that happens towards A main, and Fox just not able to pull the trigger fast enough. Simple, he's gonna be feeling good about that. It's a strong start in the round.
It's kind of mad that Fox even stuck around after he got late the first time. He should have kept jumping up on that barrel. That's a bit dangerous. I'm also looking for Jacob right now. I don't think he's killed anyone yet. I think he's actually 0-5 at the moment, so need to see a bit more out of him. And I think once him and Fox sort of get into this game and actually start showing themselves, it could be a very different result. So this sort of current trend of Liquid doing very well could change with just a couple of players stepping up their level. Michael surfing up on that board there and almost getting killed for it.
But you can already see how that last round where they just got picked off one after another, they had started out with defaults, and they've started out with fairly aggressive ones. This time around, however, they went for the default, but they held back pretty far. Entrance to A main in case the flash came through, holding all the way back.
Being traded out for Elige very early on, mid controls being lost by Faze Clan, and right now Liquid have so much time to just spend, figuring out what the setup is for Faze. They can just spend time seeing what the current of defense looks like.
Well, they're starting to actually rotate through their plays now, Liquid, because they really haven't given too much attention to mid so far, apart from the one round was Simple, sneaking up on that pistol into mid. That we haven't really seen too much action here. So now this is starting to show Faze that Liquid have a variety of plays that they can throw out. It's not just going to be bomb site focused kind of play where Faze can cheat a little bit and keep like 3 players on one side, 2 on the other, and not really focus too much on mid. If Liquid start showing that they're capable of using mid in their repertoire of plays, Faze are going to have to start changing up, and that's not going to look too hot for them, considering they've been struggling a little bit so far with just holding onto this nonce themselves. Add another element into the mix, and they might start struggling quite a bit.
And that mid control gives some really, really good opportunities for attacking B, which I think is what they're trying to do right now. Fox and Jacob are here, so if Fox can get an early AWP kill, that's going to be helpful. There's flash in, he does leg Simple, but not enough to actually bring him down low. It's just 64 health left, and now they're both in the bomb site, and I don't like this setup, especially if there's Molotovs coming in. I think Simple's just got one. They're going to be running into the bomb site. Jacob now in a really bad position. Fox in the corner, quick trade going in, and Fox, he's going to get the first shot on Kiko, but he has to do more than that. He's going to go down. Dren, and it's a 2-on-2 with 15 seconds.
And he does to repeat. That's the issue. If he could have just stayed alive a little bit longer, the smokes might have worn out, and Rain might have been able to have an impact. Instead, Rain is getting naded into the Stone Age right now, and it will be a 2-on-2 after scenario here for Faze. Coming through the vents, Michael, a must-win duel for him, but Adren, he's playing wisely. He's not gonna lose that fight. However, he does lose his teammate Simple on the site, and the bomb is not planted for him. Rain decides to stick it. He's got the kit. He's got the flash as well. He's just going to go for it. Decides to take the fight. And Adren, he is going to be able to come through once again for his team. Another 1v1 coming through.
Wow, I think Rain was questioning his own health pool. He was worried that he was too low and that one bullet sort of going to the edge of the box would maybe kill him. Otherwise, we could tell from that point of view, he could have probably held that down and he would have won the round. So the sort of decision, it was a nice idea with the flashbang, but obviously, from where we were sitting, it looked like he could have been able to straight defuse that. And it's Adren again coming up with a round. I mean, this is massive. He's 10-1-4 right now. He's top fragging in this game. I mean, even if you thought that Liquid was quick to be sort of heading this game early on, you didn't think it was going to be the Dren to do it. So it's very fun right now. Nitro opening up the middle and around. That's, again, down to pistol. The third round here after the pistol, where Faze have only got pistols. So
they just can't get their feet under them. It's like they've only had a single round where it was full buy, all the nades, all the gear to go with it. Instead, it's just Nitro getting an anti-eco ace. Easy peasy.
why not?
Why not? The Cobra is here. But 8 rounds on the board here for Team Liquid now. I mean, this is already looking very good for them. You expect them, you know, we expect it to be a little bit closer to the finish line before you start, you know, cracking that 8-round mark on the T side. But now, I mean, this is anything past this is just gravy on top. All of the pressure is now on Faze to come up with a solution here. And Team Liquid continue to show a presence in mid, and this is just going to keep throwing Faze for a loop. Now we have to see what kind of defense our Faze going to set up. And it looks like their answer to this is to put 2 guys into mid early, straight up their connector, and straight aggressive as well. Rain just charging up.
They could end up going for the counter boost. Definitely a very popular idea, and it seems like at least Rain is in the position for it. You got to wonder if AZ is going to be called in to try and follow up on that. If you do it at the right time, and it is a bit of a gamble, it can work out very well. Dren up on the box, and he's trying to counter anyone walking through the smoke, which you'll see teams like Virtus Pro do quite a bit, just trying to sneak in through that smoke in the middle there. Still more than a minute left on the clock here.
And no reason for Liquid to rush anything. They still have quite, you know, because they have so much time, they can wait and see. They can't afford to sit back, wait and see if the boost is going to come through, as we can see. That's Elige holding all the way back there in T-spawn by the truck, waiting to see if Rain is going to peek his head over there. Unfortunately for him, not going to happen. Instead, action might be happening between Simple and Adren. AZ should be setting up for his teammate. Question is whether he actually goes for that shoulder peek or not to confirm. But there it is. Good coordination coming in here from Faze. They both peek at the same time, Rain and AZ. And now, well, this is going to buy even more time because Liquid have to worry about somebody being close to push.
And Rain actually winning that fight. He's down to 4 health. I mean, once you're in the corner and they know you're there and Simple saw him the first time, that's not a very good position any longer. So, huge play coming out of Rain here with that double kill. Michael inside the A-bomb side. He's going to be shut down by Hiko, but AZ is there. And actually, Elige is going to be getting a... Oh, sorry, Hiko getting a team kill on Elige. AZ going down, but he didn't damage the health on Rain coming in. He gets 1 more kill for the quad with 4 health left. He's going to be winning the round for them and plenty of time for the defuse, obviously. What a godlike round here for the Norwegian player.
Yeah, he really is the Iceman. He is so, I mean, this is what's even more impressive when Adren gets these clutches. The last one was versus Rain. He's like he is the man, if you want to count on like some kind of individual performance, you look to him on Faze. He always comes through in the clutch. He always seems to deliver. And there, once again, when his team needed him, up close, takes the fights, wins them, and then obviously with the double spray. Simple looks like he was caught switching to his Tech 9. Kind of wondering there, you know, why he wasn't even in position to cover Hiko as Hiko was going for the plant.
Yeah.
But it looks like, you know, the timing just worked out impeccable there for Rain to come through and actually save the day.
So, 12th round is coming up, and Faze, and they will have enough money to make a buy happen here. The things are starting to get very, very tricky. They have a couple of Molotovs as well, but it's not like it's not full grenades early on here, which is a bit of a shame. And again, they've got a bit more attention towards the middle here for Faze. That's a great grenade raining in, landing on Michael, and he goes down. Hiko with 1 more opening shot. He's been very good at that so far.
Yeah, I think that's off of the nade. They heard the nade hit him.
Oh god, that was through the door as well. That escaped me the first time we were looking at the other angle. You could see he spam that door, so Michael actually must have walked right into it. Well, that's just unfortunate.
This is looking like another A execute coming out here from Liquid. Minute left. Hiko setting up with the nades. He's still drawing attention to himself. The rotation is coming over here. So Faze, they're willing to gamble. They're willing to say, okay, you guys have played A so many times. We will actually, you know, go ahead and commit an extra man over here. They rotate Fox back into mid, back into Link, so that they have at least a little bit of mid control to stop that split from coming through, but it's not going to happen for Rain this time, and Simple with the kill onto AZ as well. Both Rain and AZ down, and that A site just wide open. What a shot from Simple as well, catching out Fox at truck.
And you know, we were talking about, you know, the timeouts earlier on. You got to wonder when Faze are going to feel like it's worth it for them to try and figure out what's going on here. They're not playing super proactively either. We're not seeing many flashbangs into A main, not seeing many sort of squeak door pushes, or even, you know, we were talking about the double boost in the middle. They didn't do that, but they sort of had the setup for it. Even on the B-bomb side, you could try and do it, but Faze right now, they're playing maybe too passive and giving too much of the momentum here to Liquid.
This is just going to keep being the same theme, though, Anders. Like, their money is just completely wrecked on Faze's side. They just, and if you bring up the scoreboard, right, you just see it. Now it's a long round of long chain of rounds for the T side, couple rounds for Faze, but then that's not enough for them to build a bank. Team Liquid come right home, get those 3 rounds, and you guys will see it again right here. Faze win 1 round, and then they get hard reset again. They just cannot get any kind of momentum going for themselves here on the CT side. And this is how you shut it down. This is how you get big T side rounds, is when you control your opponent's money. You don't allow them to get kits, nades, or the big op guns consistently.
Now, just another thing to point out during that
6-man calling, the coach standing behind, he's the one calling the shots. Robon, similar situation there, but you know, that T-side cash is going to be tough, especially once Liquid are fired up and ready to go, and have had a fantastic first half. So, done with the pause now, done with the timeout. They've had a bit of time to try and slow down Team Liquid's momentum a little bit, try and break their drive. But Faze, their gamble here is just, okay, you guys have literally gone pretty much every round apart from like one or two. We're just going to go ahead and stack A and just wait for you at this point. We'll go ahead with the pistols. We'll just wait for you to show up.
And that's a very reasonable plan. The problem is if Liquid realize they sort of already have mid control and they sent someone scouting like they did earlier, then they're going to realize what's going on anyway. But looks like they're actually neglecting to do that, and they might be walking in here. 3 men stacked by the forklift. This is pretty big coming out of Faze, and maybe it's exactly what they need. Are they going to go for a pop flash in? Michael is setting one up. Fox is right on the corner. He could be going for it here, but it's going to be too late. And Fox going down. The pop flash happens, but there's nobody to follow up. AZ gets a headshot, but it's just too late. They were just a couple of seconds off of that timing. Jacob over the AK picking up one. He's going to be going down to the Liege.
That's the brutal thing for AZ there. He chooses to commit, but once that flash goes off and you're more than like half a second late, you just got to back off, because that flash is going to be wearing off. These guys are way too quick. They can turn in time. They might not be full flashed, and you're just feeding yourself to the hounds. I mean,
Fox was the one who was supposed to capitalize on that flash, but he died beforehand. So it's all or nothing at this point, I think. 3 to 10. They only have essentially 2 rounds to salvage this game. Otherwise, I don't know how they can make it back.
I'm curious myself. So they haven't had a lot of feel-good moments here, Faze, that's for sure. So it's just straight rifles, but just a handful of nades to work with here. No HEs, no incendiaries, not even a kit to speak of. So this is all about going aggressive. Fox chooses to do just that, but Nitro's there to back up his teammate. Nitro will survive, and he finds that headshot.
I'm wondering, if Fox was expecting to take a fight, which it sort of looked like he was, then why wasn't Jacob flashing him into that angle, you know? He was right behind him with a couple of flashbangs, and if they wanted to push, then, I don't know, there was a sort of a disjointed operation coming out of Faze there.
Sorry, you have to question the communication.
Yeah.
So, saying I do have the nades, I have the support for you here. Let's try and team up. Or is it Fox, even asking? Because Fox could ask for the flash. You can say, hey, flash me in, or do you have a flash for me? These sorts of elementary phrases that you hear bandied about quite a bit in CS:GO. Maybe it just didn't quite happen this time for them. But what is going to happen, Anders?
Is it really another game?
Yeah.
Well, it's been working so far, so you can't really blame Liquid for just continuing on this path. It is right now 3 on 5, and a Drain in the middle. Going to pick up the 1 kill there on a Dren, but the bomb will be going down. And, Liquid right now have got to wonder, Faze got to wonder, are we going to try and throw away these rifles to potentially sort of get a 4th round? It's a really big risk to try and take it. They need quick kills, and they are dropping Simple very low. He's up there, there's jumping into him, and he's looking for the kill, but he can't get it. AZ will take him out, and it's going to be a 3 on 3.
Now, Simple is really trusting in his teammates to get the job done here. The bomb is playing for A main, so Nitro doesn't even need that, however. He's going to be able to pick off Rain instantly. AZ will take out AZ. Well, yeah, AZ will take out AZ. I believe Nitro took out AZ in the end, but...
Yeah, for a triple kill in total as well, so there we go, 11-3. And right now, things have got to be really weird on the Faze side. If we could listen into the communication, you've got to expect that there isn't
a lot of talking going on.
No, there's a lot of silence, obviously, and that is what happens when the communication breaks down, and it's one of the big problems, and something where that's where you want the coach to come in and say, get back in this game right now.
I'm really not seeing a lot of conversation going on at all right now. You have to wonder if you don't speak of giving up, but they must be feeling an enormous amount of pressure at this point. And Rain decides again to try and take matters into his own hands. He does find one kill on Elige, but then the aggressive push coming out here from Fox actually pays off this time. B Halls, they just go charging straight into Garage and actually catch a man out. So they have a man advantage in this situation. Can they actually pull it off, though? Nitro straight up short's going to find Michael Elliott. And Nitro, he's just completely unleashed. Another kill for him.
For Team Liquid, Faze is one of those teams in this group that they would need to sort of defeat to make it through. And right now, they're just moments away from doing that. This is be a really big accomplishment for the North American team. And I think this is suddenly, I think it's going to spark a lot of hope for all of our American viewership. Fox and Jacob left here. 2 versus 3, and they're going to try for the retake. Obviously, they have to the 15th round. Fox going to try and spray it down, but it comes in, gets the kill. Nitro with the triple at the end, and he got to finish the round. It's going to be 12-3 for the first half. Liquid playing the terrorist side of Cash, and coming.
What do we do? He was our MVP, nearly.
Well, maybe it just.
Or are we getting ahead of ourselves here? I mean, it's only one map.
Yeah, and I think we definitely can't sort of underestimate just how good Kuster is. So if you had to sort of if you match those two up, it's a very easy choice for me to say Kuster should be on the lineup. But it gives them more options, and maybe this will give Adren some more hunger to actually sort of get back in this game a little bit.
Or like a chance to redeem himself, perhaps. Might be the main thing. You know, if you go out strong, then
well, maybe you don't go out old, maybe you end up, being the best coach of all time somewhere else. Who knows? Adren randomly clicking through the smoke and not really with anything, and they're going to try and rush up behind it. Elise going down. Strong start coming out of FaZe Clan, and it's Jacob to follow up and take down Adren. Simple, clicking away from the truck, but not really being given many opportunities here, and also running out of health essentially. So this is looking like a fantastic start here. Finally, something happening for FaZe.
Yeah, Hiko's there. He's got his back. Oh, and there's the headshot from Hiko. Takes out Rain to start. They don't have the kit picked up. Hiko does have that incendiary, so he's going to use it on Quad. That man out to the open, but then there's 2 of them challenging, and they play it perfectly, FaZe. They decide to step out there. Sure, okay, you're going to incendiary us, but we're not going to leave that man to roast alive. We're not going to leave him alone to die. They peek out together and take the fight straight up with Hiko. So Hiko kind of gets caught by his own trap there. But that's the kind of explosive round that you need to have from FaZe, where it's just like, okay, that's it. We got to throw. We're so far behind. We have to throw caution to the wind and really just hope for something big to happen. Go charging through the smoke and just challenge. I mean, that was a big play. And
now look at this fun stuff coming out of Liquid. I hope this is what it looks like. If they bought 3 HE grenades and really not much else, you got to wonder if they're going to try and see if they could just explode someone, and all the HEs are heading over to the A bomb site. So, if it ends up being an A hit where 3 or 4 people run through me, that could just be what they're looking for here. Elise is taking a peek into A main, and he's realized no one is there. But 3 HE grenades, I mean, it could be enough to do some significant damage, and it's such a minimal investment. I like this idea.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, kind of constricted in there as well. If you try and charge in, if you go for that B rush, the HEs could do big damage. But A, same thing. If they come through A main, not a whole lot of hope for him to be able to get anything done here. Instead, he elects to hold on to his Deagle and Kevlar for the next round. But checking the demo later, Hiko's going to facepalm and just be like, how did we not do more with this round? Look at this.
This is beautiful.
All the nades, boom! Right on top of him.
Absolutely beautiful. And then what's so shocking as well, the first guy around the corner there is Fox, who's the only one from the initial engagement that has any health left. If it had been any one of the other 3 players coming around, then Hiko could have killed all 3 with a pistol, no problem. Wow. So that nearly works out. It's still a good idea, but FaZe, they're going to stay alive here. They're at 12-5, so they've got a long way to come back into this game, but they should have a bit of an easier time now.
And I like to see this as well. They go for the anti-boost mid kind of strategy from Michael Lele, getting up on Bread in Garage, just waiting to see if anybody's going to come around.
But Liquid do have another...
Yeah. But this is going according to plan. This is what we expect to see out of FaZe.
Yeah.
Anti-eco situation, you're running into pistols, you should be mauling them, they should not be getting kills. And as I say that, Elise finds that with the USP, not even a P250, gets a kill straight up, finds the headshot on AZ.
Well, Elige trying to do a bit more, and the UMP is going to come out on top. Adren in the corner, and it's so difficult with the aim punch and everything else. You just can't really be expected to get a kill like that. So 12-6, and Still a very, very long way to go. AZ and Reno tied for score right now, both at 14 kills.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround from AZ. He was taking a little flack at the beginning of this match, you know, saying that we haven't really seen that level out of him. And it's the truth. We really haven't seen him, you know, topping the scoreboard. Not like at the last major where he was just dominating when he was on Dignitas. I mean, taking on everybody, dropping 30 bombs. It feels like it's been a while since we've seen that kind of level from the young star from Denmark. So the fact that, you know, he's up there, that's definitely going to be a bit of a feel-good moment there for Faze. Now we just need to see Jacob. We need to see the Norwegians step up.
Well, you say Norwegians, and immediately one gets shot by Simple, so that's not really the best start to a round here.
Did I curse him?
You probably did, and it's Rain as well, so one of their top fraggers, and that's not ideal. But Liquid, they just need to put together 4 rounds on this second half, and that really should be a thing. And look at this win percentage after first death here for Liquid. It's 71%. That's still pretty impressive.
He gets the shot on the Jacob as well. Adren manages to get the tag, but Jacob actually survives with 15 HP somehow. That's one of Jacob's favorite spots as well, so that's Adren. He's playing off of that. Adren, or rather, Jacob loves to get up onto the boost and just look under the lip of the roof as it comes around. One of his favorite spots to play in there, so that could be Adren trying to play off of that and actually, you know, find that early advantage, get those mind games going.
Well, Molotov in the back line there. Nice goal, finding life a bit difficult, and he's going to go down to Fox. That looked like a bit of a failed spray. He looked like he had plenty of time to get that kill, but just hesitating a bit, and maybe just because he was walking out of the fire as well. Simple, looking to cover the B bomb site, and there's a kill. He's going to go and challenge again because he's got a reputation to maintain. It is Simple after all. He runs running through the smoke, misses the first shot, gets one more shot, but he can't get it. Michael Ele going to end up taking him down, and that leaves him in a 3-on-3. Grenade going to rain in. That's a good one. What a dunk on Michael Ele.
What? How did it literally do no damage?
I think it did 40, didn't it?
Did it?
So, yeah, it did 40.
That looked like that should have been like, you know, a 60 damage nade, like just straight on. Oh well. Sometimes the nades, you know, you're just like, it's gonna be so sick, and then it's like, blink. Doesn't do anything.
Now, how do they go for the retake? They certainly have the health. Fox is kind of low as well, but they don't. Oh, they have one diffuse kid underneath, so he's going to need to stay alive. And he goes down to Mike Gillen. That's not the best start for them. Edrin going to pick up the 1 kill here, and now he's in a 1-on-2. Is he really going to continue? He's almost out of time, so be a bit suicide. We'll go for it, and that's not going to be the case. He ends up making his way out, and Faze closing the gap slowly and bringing it to a 7-12 scoreline. Still a very long way to go, and Adrenaline stays the most important rifle. That's something.
Yeah, they have that, and I mean, it isn't going to be a force buy coming out of Liquid, or it shouldn't be. I mean, not everybody can be Envy. Yeah, I like that Adrena's just going to invest a little bit in utility, perhaps try and help his teammates out. And then it's just going to be CZ75s picked up for the rest of Team Liquid. Simple might be trying to manage his funds right now. He's sitting on 3150 right now, so if he decides to spend money on a pistol, he might not be able to just go for that full buy in the next one. Or Adren just drops from the AWP and he actually doesn't worry about it. Could be that as well. Well, let's see if they're actually going to be able to achieve anything here, Liquid, because right now it is Faze just taking their time. Straight default play from them again. Far back, making sure that they can't get pushed down, can't get rushed down anywhere on the map by Liquid.
Liquid, on the other hand, they've got a strong setup at A, and I think they have a smoke on Nitro there to make sure that if there is a fight going on, if Adren gets the first shot here, then they can smoke it up and sort of make their escape, and there's a great start. AZ going down, wallbang, almost connecting. That's so scary. He's going to try again, another shot going through, and if he had hit even one of them, that would have been incredible. They're just waiting right now. There the smoke comes up. I mean, it's still very early. There's more than a minute left. I sort of wish they would have saved that smoke to try and stagger the push that was going to come in from Faze to make sure that once the push happens, they sort of have to weirdly run through a smoke they maybe wouldn't expect. Mid-control from Rain, and Liquid trying to see if they can make this round work. Elige up on the railing looking for the shot. He's going to get the one in there, but Fox and Rain with a good kill each in return, and it's going to be down to Adren here. 1-on-3, and he's in a very tough position. Yeah,
and Rain actually decides he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Could have swore actually that Rain would try and go for the backstab on Adren, try and catch him out, but instead Rain's the one who's backing off. And just going to draw him out into the open, goes for the spray and actually misses it. So that's not something we see every day. Rain usually very consistent with those kinds of shots. So Adren gets a second chance at life. 31 HP left on him, and now he has to worry about his flank, and Rain's already changed it up. Nice little peekaboo moment there for Rain. Rips Adren's head off, saves the AWP if he likes. Yeah, he can actually go ahead and pass that over to Fox. So very nice round coming in here. Faze, I mean, they're doing it, Anders. It's the exact same thing that happened to them in the first half. Faze, they get control of the map right off the bat with a pistol. Then they continue to control Team Liquid's economy by winning these rounds. Now all that's necessary is for them to just lose one round here. Within the next couple of rounds, if they lose a round to Team Liquid and then win the next one, Liquid will get hard reset. It could happen, like we could have like mirroring halves, you know, developing here.
Also somewhat of a replay of the NIP and flip side game, you know, where the second half of the CT side suddenly turns out to be a big problem for the leading team. Now, Jacob Marina setting up for what looks like a double smoke into middle, and that means, yeah, Adren can't really see a thing, and that means a lot of mid-control here for FaZe. So how are Liquid going to respond to it? They still just have Adren here, and the position he has is really scary. If they sneak close to that box, he's at most going to trade a kill and then probably go down. So I'm glad that he falls back into the A-bomb site.
Now playing it a little bit safer here, and Adren goes the straight peek. That little boost spot. Looking in the short, not going to find any raids, so that's some information gained. And Nitro now trying to set it up with the flash. Bit of a delay here on the execute coming in from Faze, but they are going to collapse on it. They've got Rain playing on short, waits for a rotator, but then gets that peek. 1-for-1 trade going onto the site. Nitro will get overwhelmed though. Double entry kill coming in from Michael Lele, but Adren, he just wins the duel straight up from Fox.
That's a big kill coming through. Hiko going down on highway is not good though, and Simple can't follow it up. Rain just can't be stopped. He gets a double, and it will be Jacob to follow up and close out the round for a 9-12 finish. Now, I did say that I was glad that Adren sort of fell away from that position. What I'm not happy about is Liquid overall giving up entire mid control, because that was the key to FaZe just making that work. Once they have highway control, that A bomb site is so vulnerable, and you could see the Liquid members that were in the A bomb site, they didn't know where to stand. They had just a couple of pixels to stand on, and if they sort of walk out and look anywhere, they're going to get caught from one angle or the other. So that was a bit weird. 22nd round is coming up, and it's back to pistols for Liquid here. And honestly, this game now, it's turning into quite an interesting one.
Yeah, now it's much closer. Now it's possible for FaZe to run it back. They managed to close that gap enough where, you know, this could have, even if it was one, you know, it could have been, you know, Team Liquid, it could have ended 9-6 and Liquid won, you know, the first, the pistol. They got the 3 rounds, but now FaZe, you know, they're back into it. Now we're starting to see, you know, a very even match between these two teams.
But Liquid haven't won a round in the second half yet.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
It's just been all FaZe clan. He has 6 rounds in a row.
And they're starting to get fired up. When you're talking about players like, you know, the quality of Jacob, of Rain, you know, individual stars, if they get fired up, if they start feeling it, I'm not sure that Liquid, you know, have that straight firepower apart from Hiko and Simple really to be able to go toe-to-toe with these monsters.
Early trade. Michael showing himself not afraid to continue the fight in the middle. A bit questionable in my opinion. I'd be scared to lose another member there, but they get them in control. And an execute right now towards B would definitely be fatal to Liquid. There's no way Hiko's going to be able to hold on here with just the P250 at the corner. He could do some damage because they're going to be within headshot range, but they should be able to zone him out and check every single angle. And a little bit of damage being put into range will definitely be around for FaZe here.
Yeah, this should be very clear cut. Nitro is going to fall on that flank. Simple, he does get the tag. But not the kill, and Fox is going to be able to pick him off. And it comes down to Adren now, hoping to get something done. But Fox just continues to land frag after frag. 3 kills for him in this anti-eco round. Brings him into double digits now, puts him up onto 13.
How did Fox get that second kill?
Wasn't that the upper one?
Yeah, but he must have just been in main. It just looked like at the end, just when I looked, it looked like he was really far back.
B-Halls is when Nitro was going for the flank. And Fox was like way in the back watching B-Halls.
Yeah, but the second kill he got was on the guy on upper, wasn't it?
I think that was the 3rd kill. He probably got the entry kill. That was what put him up onto the 3.
He killed the guy on upper anyway, and I don't know how he got out right. It just looked like he was further back than he should have been. I was wondering if he sort of walled back, because you can actually shoot through the top of the...
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
That would have been mad.
Wall bangs.
We'll go back and watch them at some point. Either way, it's the 23rd round here, and the gap has closed so far. It's 2 rounds separating these two teams. And a very, very slow start here for FaZe. Not really taking any risks, and neither are Liquid. And we were bringing this up when FaZe were on the CT side. Where are the risks coming into it? They tried when they only had pistols. They went for the triple grenade. They went for the flashes going into main. Now that they have rifles, they don't want any of that stuff. Maybe they should. Show us some creativity here.
We're not getting too much of it right now. In fact, it is a bit more of a focus on mid, obviously, seeing as how Adren has been pushed all the way up. So he will have Nitro there to draw attention to himself on Sugar Cube on short, and then, you know, hopefully they'll be able to peek out together and actually achieve something. He says the V-split smokes come out. Michael with a little flash. Dren by it. Easy kill there for Hiko up in vents, though. Dren hasn't even shown himself, so this is interesting. Michael, he doesn't have that info. All he knows is that somebody was up in vents and then he got pasted. How many people are in mid, though? He isn't able to communicate that to his team.
And that's going to be a problem. These two people on highway are going to be so important when the A push comes through. Rain trying to see if he can make it out of Squeak. They're all going to be pushing through main. The rest of the Faze team here. And Jacob already securing and clearing out the fourth lift, but can they actually make their way in? Elish and Adren are putting a hard stop to the push. Fox gonna miss the kill, and Elish coming up with a really good double. Jacob all alone, and he goes down. It's a flawless round here for the American side, and that's gonna make it 13-10.
And here's where I say, Anders, but this is all according to plan.
You think they're going to reset them?
This is it's all according to plan. I mean, obviously, if it was going to work out a bit better, they, you know, should have been a close, you know, kind of 1v1 sort of duel situation where Team Liquid really just weren't going to have, any much money to buy with. They would use up everything. No bank whatsoever. Instead, with nearly everybody surviving that round, they actually have a fairly decent economy, Liquid. But yeah, the reset right now would be brutal for them. That would basically launch Faze up to the situation.
The group stage so far of this major has been pretty explosive. All the games seem to have been very close, even the ones you thought maybe they wouldn't be. This is a fairly good start to the MLG CS:GO major now. 24th round coming up, and Liquid still not taking any big risks, but they were rewarded really heavily with this setup, and they're replicating it in this round again. They've got Hiko up there, they've got Adrenaline. It wasn't spotted, as you said. They didn't even know Adrenaline was there, so why not do it again?
Exactly. Same kind of scenario, but this time around, Faze, they aren't going to waste much time. It's a straight flash and a push onto the A side. The smokes go down, and they're just changing the pace. They're like, we aren't going to mechanicating onto this tight 1-for-1 trade, but Nitro, he gets the double kill, and Nitro's still alive. He can keep doing the damage with the Molotov going down. He can walk straight up, and he gets another kill, a third one for him.
What a big round there. Excellent timing. Now 3 versus 2 retake. This is very, very doable. Hiko walking up from behind. Fox is fully exposed. Hiko going to get the one shot in. Fox now with his back turn. He gets a kill. He's in a 1-on-2, and he's almost in an impossible situation. Just sandwiched between Adren and Hiko, and they play it very well indeed. So there's going to be the round 14-10. They weren't quite reset, but it was an expensive round. They did lose 3 players, and that's what Faze have to focus on right now. They got to keep the pressure on. It's almost 13,000 in the bank for Michael, so it's going to be a while before Faze sort of get ecoed themselves, but they're out of rounds to play with here. They got their backs against the wall.
Exactly. There's no ground to give. Team Liquid, they're going to be up on match point. But I mean, that couldn't have worked out better. I'm just replaying it in my mind right now, how it works for Nitro. The fact that the smokes are still down, the other guy's on forklift, but then the smoke blocking off Squeak door is still up, and I believe it was Michael still standing behind it. So he could have just had a series of duels in the end. Duel after another. That's not what you want to give to Nitro. You need to be facing him with 2 and trading 1-for-1 effectively.
Yeah, and initially the Molotov was keeping Nitro from engaging, but it was just timed well enough that he could get the kill even as the bomb went down, so... Very, very, very good round coming out of Nitro, as it's been, it seems, all map long. AZ, I think, might be setting up for a Molotov that goes into the defense to clear this out. He's been holding that for a while, but not in this particular round, so... It's still going to give them control. It's you know, it's pointless. But we'll see what they do with it once they have it.
Let's see. I mean, now they're going through the motions. Now Faze just getting those nades out there to get some mid control. Make sure that Hiko can't be playing up in vents, which is a good thing considering they've noticed that he has been going for that kind of hold in the past couple of rounds. But now it comes down to whether Faze, are they just going to focus on it, and it does look like it. Instead they're trying to change things up here, become a little less predictable. They've been hitting that A side quite a bit through A main. and now they're trying to put the pressure on short, and they're going to get that peek. But again, Simple, he was going for the hop, and he actually managed to spot them out. So some early information gained here for Liquid. They try and turn it around onto Faze with the flash into main, but Rain is there to just shut that down. Nothing coming from it, and Nitro gets caught open.
Oh, Simple in a very bad position there on the electric box. Just too many people coming up highway, and Adren, Hiko left. It's going to be a 2-on-3 now. Do they want to risk it and go for the retake here? They have some rounds to play with. They could save the rifles here and just bank on winning one of the next rounds. And I think that they're hoping right now that FaZe make a mistake and that they can get a sort of an early kill in here. If they can't, I don't see them sort of committing to this.
If they save the 2, they get a buy in the next round for sure. Like if they can save 2 rifles here, it would work out. They would be able to juggle enough, but it seems like they just don't want to give any quarter-handers. They want to try and make this happen, and there's Adren defying lane with peek from quad. Smoke goes down, but that's not going to matter. Fox hits the shot on Hiko, and Adren just goes charging in. Are they going to be able to land the shot? He's got 93 HP. It's ticking down. 1 second, and he's not going to get it. Just not enough time. He'd have had the defuse. He'd have had the defuse a split second more.
That is monstrous. I mean, with the new bomb timer and everything, I thought for a second that was going to happen. And
he gets to the 1 second mark.
They obviously couldn't find the angle to kill him either. That's heartbreaking. I thought for sure when they waited the first 10 seconds of that bomb timer, I thought they're not going to go for it, because I think what they were just hoping for was someone making a mistake, and Faze really didn't up until the end there. 11-14, and Liquid going to buy in spite of not having all the rifles here. They're just going to go for it. A little bit scary. Fox showing the top of his head here, and that is potentially lethal. He makes it out, but gets dropped down to 50 health.
Oh, I like these nades. Dren just letting him know. He's like, yeah, I'm holding close. You're going to have to worry about me a little bit here. Taking damage all over the place. Easy. Again, roasted down to 29.
It, by the way, was a very, very good idea for Liquid in the last round. As soon as they realized we've mid control, to flash it into main. That's a very good response to losing mid control. It didn't work out, but that's sort of beside the point. It's still sort of the theory of it. It's okay, we'll lose a little bit here, then we'll take something back somewhere else. And I appreciate the swiftness with which they made that call. They made it instantly, so really good job.
Well, it seems like they've had enough of A-side Faze. They're starting to rotate over towards B. They're going to try and change things up here. And Simple, he's going to be like, sweet, finally I'm going to get to see someone over here on this side of the map. Finally, I get a chance to shine a little bit.
Yeah, and it's the one round where I have a 5-7, so thanks. That's a bit brutal, isn't it? He's going to rely on Hiko here, and it was a pop flash coming in, and that was set up by Simple. So all you need, $200 investment. Second one coming in, allowing Hiko to peek again. It's going to be Adren in the middle, Nitro going down, and Hiko getting one more before he gets shut down. They must know there's a guy in here because they've seen the pop flashes. They should be aware that Simple is still on the site, but it's a 2-on-3 right now as they're trying to make the win. They're actually sandwiched in. There's a triangle of Liquid members all around the remaining here. And now just Jake left trying to escape through the smoke. He makes it up. He's got the bomb, but there's no chance. And Simple comes charging through with that 5-7. That's going to make it match and map point here. Liquid at 15 rounds, and Faze, they really don't have that much money. This is going to be a horrible way to play the 27th round.
And it's super sick to see Simple as well. Like there's a time when Simple would have just charged in to take the fight, like overstepped and gone out and allowed Faze to get up onto that bomb site to get the bomb plant. But instead, he played it so patiently. Once Hiko had done his bit and died, Simple, instead of charging out there to get the revenge, he just stays put. He just stays put and keeps buying more time for the rotation to come in for his teammates. That's an evolution in his level of play that we've all been waiting to see. It only makes him a more complete player. So very good to see, from Simple. Great decision making on his part, and that puts Team Liquid up onto match point now, 15-11, and the big push coming out from Faze. The last gasp. They need this round.
Bit of a mad choice from Nitro. I think that he could get that Molotov off, but he does get punished for it as well. It's a good double kill coming in from Elise, though. It's not done yet. Green gonna take down Adren. It's all up to Michael Ellie and Foxy. 2-on-3. They need this round. They have to have it, otherwise they're gonna be down on map early on in the group stage here, and nobody wants that, especially not in this group. It's gonna be scary if they can't make this work. Fox and Michael Ellie, they don't have a bomb plant yet. Fox has got a great position though to try and get this first kill in, and if he does, should definitely be possible, but that bomb, it's out in the open. How are they going to retrieve it without losing someone?
That's the question that they're asking themselves, and Fox, he's just crossing his fingers and hoping. This is all a waiting game. This is a game of chicken. Who's going to crack first and take that extended peek? And Elige, he's doing a very good job right now of just focusing on A main. Let's see if he actually gets that peek, and yep, him playing it so safely, Fox never had a chance. And well, now it's on Michael, who's only got the 8 HP in a 1v2. Hiko up on shore, Elige holding passively now, and he just walks right into his crosshairs. Liquid will be picking up the first win for the North America here.
Yeah, what an upset.